bet you get horses. Oh, you think you're better than the rest of us, don't you? Hey, don't you?
You know better than the rest of us, and don't you forget it.
Burns, hold! Cut it out!
Say it! Say it! Say it! You're just like the rest of us. Say it! Say it!
So until you're released next week, you will be assigned special duties and forego all privileges. And consider yourself lucky that you're being let off so easily. All right, Hall, you may go.
But you can't...
As for you, Burns, you will be sent to solitary.
Oh, how long for?
Until the visiting justice can be notified and read the charges.
That could be days.
You will be charged with assault and intent to cause bodily harm.
Oh, it's not fair.
Mr. Harrison?
Come on,
Oh, she was a stuck-up moron. She had it coming
All
to her.
right, just wait outside.
No, I can't promise anything, of course. But I think you should know that your application is going to be very seriously considered.
Mr. Page, you'll have to sign off first, please.
Oh, I'll do more than sign something before this day is over.
Look, Mr. Page, I understand...
You understand bugger all, mate. The security in this dump is worthless.
Well, I must admit it's not the best at times, but... Well, I just want to apologise to you for what...
The governor has spent enough time doing that. I am not impressed. Now, do I sign something or not? And where is it?
Yes, of course. Just sign there, please. Well, at least your wife's not badly hurt.
Now, what kind of statement is that? She could have been killed. And all you bastards did was stand and stare.
Look, Mr. Page, I don't
In front
think...
of the kids, too. What the hell are they going to think? Oh, why am I talking to you? You'll hear from my MP about this.
I can't blame him, really.
No, neither can I.
You'll go ahead and see his MP?
Oh, I don't know. But if he does, he'll probably turn out to be an opposition MP, and they'll just stir up a whole heap of trouble for us.
Morning. Oh, it's a nice dress, Wendy.
Good God, what's gotten into you this morning?
Just happy.
Oh, did you patch it up with Terry, did you?
Terry has nothing to do with it. There are other things in this world, you know.
She the boss?
No, but it's easy to get that impression sometimes.
Public Works. Understand you got a bung dry around here.
Yeah, that's right, in the laundry. Just sign on first, please.
Yeah, right.
I've got the report here, Mr. Fletcher, if you want it.
Thank you, Wendy.
Wow. All this because of Doreen.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, Alison got what she deserved.
Why, did she flog something from yourself?
Oh, no. But she has been looking through personal details of my file.
No, is that so?
Yes, she even quoted bits and pieces to me.
Personal stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
Good?
Yeah, well, think about it. If she can look at one file, she can look at the rest. She can get information for us whenever we want.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit nasty having someone snooping through your personal files, but if she's on our side...
Well, now that me and Doreen are giving her a bit of a tickle-up, she'll be on our side, all right.
Look, if I want the dog to bark, I'll rattle the chain. I've told you before, you're off tap until you can do things without getting the rest of us lumbered for it.
Well, I can't help it. I mean, I should have been charged too. What do I have to do to cop a charge?
Well, you can try bashing Alison on your own for a change and not dragging Doreen into it, OK?
Hey, B, I got to front the parole board tomorrow.
Yes, sir?
Well, wouldn't mind a read 'em a file. Like to know what they're going to say about me.
Yeah.
Hey, Hazel, he's all yours.
No, thanks. I already got one.
Oh.
Having a rest, are we, Smith?
Nothing like a holiday occasionally, Mr. Fletcher.
You could help.
What? Show the public works man a bad example. Can't have us all working, you know.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Motors, that's all. Need replacing. It's a wonder they haven't gone up before this.
Well, how long before that'd be ready?
A day ought to do it.
Oh, hi. Hey, you missed a bit of action this morning. Burns and Hall got stuck into Page.
Sounds normal to me.
On a visit?
Was her family here?
Yep.
Well, that doesn't really surprise me. It's what I'd expect from these women. Are they in solitary?
Burns is, Hall isn't. Well, I persuaded Erica to be easy on her.
What do you mean?
Well, we had an arrangement. We don't want to jeopardize her release, remember?
You amaze me, Terry. If she's in the wrong, she deserves to be punished.
I did this for us. I meant what I said about Hall. I mean, when she's released, then, well, you and I, we can make a fresh start.
I've already made a fresh start. In a different direction, one which doesn't include you. I've applied for the job as governor of Barnhurst.
Barnhurst? Well, what about our arrangement?
Can I come in? I overheard Judy talking about her file.
What about it?
Oh, nothing to worry about. I just thought it'd be nice to know what's in your file, you know. Have you read mine?
No. Why should I?
Oh, no reason really. I just thought you might have, that's all. Look, I'm going to be in front of the parole board tomorrow. I wouldn't mind knowing what's in it. You know, I mean, they're going to have read it, and I'll have no idea, and... Could you get it for me?
No.
Oh, just so as I could read it, you know. Otherwise I might be refused parole.
No. I said no.
Please, think about it. I need to know. I've got a family out there and I want to be with them. It's my only chance.
What happens to me if I get caught? I've got a family too, you know.
You won't get caught. You can't.
Why not?
Alison, I need it. Please. All you got to do is stick it in a folder or something.
I won't do it, and that's final.
All right. That's the way you want it, bitch. I've tried to be nice to you, but you don't seem to want to listen. You'll get that file, and you'll get it today. Or B. Smith will make sure you never get out of this place again. Okay? Just had a little word to Alison, B.
What about?
The file.
And?
She reckons she'll get it for me, no worries.
She will, eh?
Well, no. So I put the hard word on her.
So now she will.
Or else...
Yeah?
Well, I told her she'd have you to deal with.
I wish you clowns would tell me before you do something like this. When do you get it?
This afternoon.
Don't get caught.
What are you doing with those files, Paige?
Oh, it's all right, Miss Bennett. They're out for the parole board meeting tomorrow.
That's not what I asked. I said, what are you, a prisoner, doing with another prisoner's file?
I was told by Mrs. Davidson to work here.
On files?
Well, she didn't say...
Well, I will. If the governor wants you to work here, that's her decision. But you will not, and I repeat, will not touch any official papers or documents. And you'll make sure that she doesn't, Miss Scott.
Just leave the files there, Alison. I'll take care of them. You may as well go to lunch now, Alison.
Can I, take the newspaper with me?
Oh, why not? Make sure it comes back, though.
Thanks.
Here comes your little friend.
This is what you asked for.
I didn't ask for it. She did.
She threatened me. Said you wanted it.
Then you did the right thing by getting it, didn't you?
Thanks.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get it back for you in time.
Where the hell have you been?
I got held of... On another job. I'm sorry about that. I meant to do it this morning.
You said that yesterday. Look, I'm getting sick of excuses, Don.
I've got a few problems with my wife at the moment.
No job's going to stay still just because of a bloody wife, mate.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Well, you better, because it's the last job you'll be doing with us.
Oh, come on.
Look, tell the office, because as far as I'm concerned, your work isn't worth all the trouble.
Come on, love. Can't be as bad as all that.
Well, it is. The rotten bitch hasn't given me a go at all.
Which one?
Vera, who else? She just hasn't given me a chance.
There's some good stuff here from Meg Morris. Maybe the board will take notice of that.
Sure. Hazel Kent. Kent is a lazy worker. Vera Bennett. Kent is disruptive. Vera Bennett. Oh, that one's all right. It's Meg Morris. Bennett again. Kent should not be granted parole. Oh, do you reckon they're going to take notice of me?
Now, come on, love. You can't let it get you down. You know that. You have got to walk into that meeting tomorrow morning full of confidence.
Great. Where am I going to get any of that round here?
Look, maybe the board won't take any notice of the Vera stuff. Good, they must know what she's like.
Pull the other one be.
Didn't know you had another one.
No. Oh, I couldn't win in a one-horse race. If I get my hands on that rotten bitch, I'll bloody throttle her.
Can I have the file back, please?
Well, bugger off!
Come on, love, hand it over.
Well, I've just found out what made you so happy today.
Which is?
The Barnhurst application, of course. Was there something else we should know about?
Oh, have you applied for the Barnhurst job?
She certainly has. Governor Bennett, eh, Vera? You've waited a long time for this.
Oh, good luck. Why don't you put it on the radio so that everyone can hear?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was supposed to be a secret.
It's not particularly. I would have preferred to keep the matter quiet. You know how walls have ears around this place.
Well, what did our esteemed Mr. Douglas have to say about your application?
Well, he was quite supportive, really. He seems to think that I have a better than average chance.
Well, that's really good. If there's anything I can do to help, just ask, won't you?
What are you so happy about, Paige?
Hey, Don boy, welcome back.
Frighten a man like that.
Come on, mate, enjoy yourself a bit here.
No, thanks, Rick.
Bull, go on, take it, mate.
Yeah. Do you the world of good.
Get into it.
All right, just the way. Come in, why don't you?
Oh, I tell you, man, I thought you'd never ask us in.
Keep the noise down a bit, the kids are asleep.
Hey, you should have been down there with us, Don.
Down where?
At the pub, mate.
Yeah, what about that bird with the boobs, eh?
They all had boobs. Oh, except that one. No, that was a bloke.
Keep it down a bit, will you, fellas?
You should have been there, mate, fanning him this blonde. Hubba, hubba,
Oh,
hubba.
big, mate, big. And she fancies you.
How could she fancy me? I wasn't there.
Oh, well, because we told her all about you. She wanted to come around and meet you now, mate.
Yeah, he said his missus is in the slammer for 3 months. She felt sorry for you.
Oh, I wish I could have had her, eh?
But she wanted you, Don. That's all she's interested in.
This is the truth, Donny, and I tell you what, mate, we've set her up for you. She'll be there tomorrow.
Look, fellas, I don't know how you feel, but I'm pretty tired. I'd like to go to bed.
Well, you nick off and we'll just knock off these cans and crash on the floor. Well, I don't mind, do you?
No, not at all.
I'm sorry, fellas, no way. But really, I need to go to bed.
Ah, come on, Don, that bird at the pub, mate. She'll love you.
I'm serious, fellas. The kids will wake up. I'm sorry, but you'll have to go.
Ah, I think we should have grabbed that bird at the pub for ourselves, mate.
Oh, you couldn't. Your missus isn't away.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's the one that I spoke to this morning, is it?
Please.
Come on, mate. Let's go. We know we're not wanted. Where's me can? Oh. I know, Donnie. I know. Don't call us, mate. We'll call you.
Right, laundry detail as usual.
As usual. There's nothing to do down there.
The dryers will be ready today.
Yeah, no, maybe, but the walls are a mess.
Yeah, well, that's just the point. You're going to paint them.
Well, what about the Board of Works? They're supposed to paint, aren't they?
Yeah, only if you want to wait 6 months for them to arrive, let alone finish.
I don't mind waiting 6 months. I've got all the time in the world.
Yeah, all right, painting it is. All the gear's already down there. Paige, reception for you. Off you go.
What about me, Mr. Fletcher? I'm going to front the parole board today.
Yeah, all right, Kent, you can wait here.
Well, I wanted to see Mrs. Morris first. Is she here yet?
No, she's got a court hearing this morning. She won't be in today.
Well, I was hoping she'd put in a good word for me at the meeting.
Look, don't worry, Kent. She's already dropped a written report off for you this morning. All right? Now, come on, off you go.
Well, there you are. There's something else for you. Go on, see you at lunch.
Get out of it, will
Oh,
you?
no, you really-
Leave me alone.
Here, look at this mess.
Right, well, it's not a very pleasant job, but it has to be done, agreed? So the sooner you get into it, the better. Now, everything's there, rollers, brushes, the whole lot. Now, the only thing you've got to go easy on are the thinners and the terps.
Oh, I never touched the stuff myself, but you're lucky Lizzie isn't here.
Oh, you little beauty. Prison regulation green.
Whoopee. You were expecting maybe stars and stripes?
Well, you never know your luck in the big city.
I'll leave you to it.
We paint everything?
Yeah, everything. The pipes, the lot.
Oh, no, you don't. We're cleaning up after your last little effort. We're not cleaning up after you twice.
I wasn't going to do anything.
How right you are. This stuff would blow this place sky high, and you'd probably blow us up with it.
Well, I've only got 2 days to go, Bea.
Good, then you can spend it on the end of a paintbrush. Here, start painting, quit worrying.
Well, what would you do if you knew somebody was after you?
Well, I sure as hell wouldn't stay in here where they knew exactly where I was. At least on the outside I got a chance to hide.
Easier said than done.
Don Poacher.
About bloody time. Where the hell you been?
Sorry, I was at another job.
Hey, well, I've been ringing for hours. What's wrong with getting an entry service?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. I haven't had time to get round to it.
Like the bathroom you're going to do for me this morning?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Look, I'll come straight over.
No, don't bother. I'm only ringing to let you know I've got somebody else to do it. Goodbye.
Right, and these are the blue forms which go on file after the meeting.
They look complicated.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry about those.
Work, glorious work. Where do you want them?
Oh, just on the counter will do, thanks.
Yeah, these parole board meetings are not getting any better. The old judge was complaining as usual, this time about one of the files.
Some of these pages are out of order. Is it possible to get something right for a change?
Out of order? That's strange.
No, they probably weren't. I wouldn't worry about it.
Still, I'll keep an eye on them. Sorry.
Well, so long as it's all there, what's there to worry?
Excuse me, Mr. Harrison.
Yep.
Hazel Kent, how did she go?
Hazel, well, she's still with us, I'm afraid.
How'd you go, love? No good, eh?
3 months, they said, before they'd even consider me again.
Well, did they give you any reason?
Oh, they never give reasons, Jude. You know that. It's a bloody farce. The kids will come in on the weekend. Hello, Mum. Going to be home next week? No, sorry, kids. Another 3 months to do. They haven't finished ringing me out yet. See you, look. Bit more blood left.
Oh, come on, love. No point taking it out in the press. That's not going to do anybody any good.
Well, what is? Tell me that.
Come on, calm down, Hazel. The only one you're going to hurt yourself.
What about my kids? Don't they matter?
Of course they do. But what can you do about it? Come on, love. Take a seat. And take it easy. Here. Help yourself to a fag.
That bloody bitch, Vera. She just sat there, sneering at me. Did
did I hear someone mention my name?
You sure did, you bitch. You stuffed up my parole.
That sort of language shows that you were the only one to blame. Now, you'll be here another 3 months if I have anything to do with it.
Yeah! That'll cost you, you bitch!
Let go of me!
Kid, cut that out!
Let go of your mother! Let go of me!
Cut it out!
Take it to solitary. You can look forward to another 3 months.
Right.
Bitch! You bitch! You son of a lucky bitch! Let go of me!
That woman's mad. She must be. To attack me without any provocation.
Oh, come on, Vera. Kent's hardly the type to go off like that without some provocation.
I had to make several unfavourable reports on Kent. It's all in her file. I wonder if somehow she's seen it and blames me for her parole being refused.
Well, that's hardly unlikely. For a starter, how would she have seen it?
That Page woman. I saw her with the files yesterday, and she's no different to the rest of them.
Oh, come off it, Vera. You're overreacting. It'll be at least 3 months before Kent gets out of here. She's upset. You would be too if you were in that position.
I never would be in that position.
Well, if only she kept her head. Now she's gone and copped solitary on top of everything else.
Well, you can't blame the poor kid. I mean, she had her heart set on getting out of here, and Vera goes and screws everything up.
What happened?
Oh, haven't you heard? Poor Hazel, she's blown her parole because of some reports that Vera put in on her. Anyway, she went for Vera. Would have killed her, too, if Fletch hadn't interfered.
What am I going to do?
What are you going to do?
Well, if Miss Bennett finds out that Hazel's seen the file, she'll know I'm involved. I can't afford to get mixed up in this.
You selfish little bitch. You're in this rub to your neck. Don't you ever think of anyone else but yourself?
Yeah, what about Hazel?
That poor kid was looking forward to a parole.
I'm not selfish. I want to get out of this place, too. I can't stand it in here.
Well, you've only been in here 5 minutes. How do you think you'll feel when you've been as long as Hazel has? You'll be desperate, too.
Yes, but
Oh, shut up. You are ruining my appetite.
What's going to happen to Hazel now?
Oh, I don't know. Now, they don't care if we fight amongst ourselves. But I can tell you one thing. If we put one finger on a screw, they come down on us like a ton of bricks. One thing's for sure. Hazel's going to be part of the scenery around here for a long, long time.
Oh, Miss Bennett, I'm glad I caught you before you left.
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, I hope I haven't forgotten anything.
Of course not. You never do. And I'm sure that sort of efficiency will be most welcome at Barnhurst.
Oh, I had hoped to tell you about the application myself. Obviously, someone beat me to it. I am sorry.
Not at all. As a matter of fact, Mr. Douglas phoned me and asked me to comment on the application.
Oh.
That's why I wanted to see you. I thought you should know I had no hesitation in recommending you. You have an excellent record here, and I see no reason why you shouldn't do equally as well at Barnhurst.
Oh, that's very kind. I'm not too confident. A governorship at this stage in my career might be too much to hope for.
Don't be too sure. Mr. Douglas and I agree you have an excellent chance.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Davidson. I hope you're right.
Morning, Julie. Ah, g'day, Sid. You're here bright and early, aren't you?
Yes, Jim. Well, I thought I'd pick up Elizabeth first thing. Don't want to waste the day, eh?
I hear you're doing up the house. How's it going?
Oh, coming along, coming along. Of course, I didn't get as much done as I'd reckoned, what with me not being 100%. Bit frustrating.
Oh, here she is.
Hello, Sid.
Elizabeth, hope I didn't get you out of bed too early.
Go on. I bet you say that to all the girls. Well, come on, we don't want to waste any time.
Now, remember, Lizzie, you've got 36 hours. Be back here at 8 o'clock sharp.
Yes, Mr. Fletcher. I'll be back right on the dot.
All right, then. Off you go. Have a good time.
We will.
Kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, back to the treadmill. Listen, the VJ should be through with Burns by now. Get her for me, will you?
All right, if he is finished with it, does she go back to the laundry?
Yeah. We'll see if she's as handy with a paintbrush as she is with her fists.
Right.
Hey, B, maybe we ought to form a union, huh?
Yeah, the first thing we could do is go on strike and let the screws do all the hard graft.
Yeah, I can just see Vera up a ladder with a paintbrush in her hand.
Oh, I don't know. Hitler started off that way.
Listen, how about we put a little bit of graffiti on the wall, just for fun. We can always paint it out later.
Hey, yeah, what have you got in mind?
Oh, I don't know. What about, Vinegar is a screwdriver.
Not very subtle, but clever, clever.
Yeah, true.
Pity Lizzie isn't here. I bet she could come up with some beauties.
I shudder to think, my God. Wonder how she's been getting on the last couple of days.
After the things that have happened to her, I reckon they have a few things to talk over.
Yeah, still. Be nice to get out of this dump for a few hours. Or weeks.
Or months.
Or years.
Well, you can all have your freedom as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going through that gate unless they drag me through screaming.
Will somebody get this girl some smelling salts? I think the paint fumes have gone to her head.
You're still on that kick, are you, Kathy?
Look, I know you all think I'm pretty stupid
Yes,
because I
I
want to
do.
stay in here. But this is the only place I'm safe. I want to live.
You call this living?
Here you go, Burns. Grab yourself a paintbrush. Start painting. Oh, come on.
I heard you the first time.
Well, get on with it.
How'd it go, love?
Can't you tell by her face?
I got 3 extra stinking months because of that stuck-up bitch.
And here we go again.
She'll get hers, you wait.
Oh, will you never learn, Doreen?
And what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on, get yourself into trouble. Just leave Paige alone. Let me make things worse.
Yeah, but he's only telling you for your own good, honey. And how about poor Hazel? How'd she go?
The VJ gave her 10 extra months.
Oh, that's not fair.
Oh, nothing's fair in this place. They just make up the bloody rules to suit themselves.
You know, Doreen's right. They couldn't care less if we all killed each other. As a matter of fact, they would probably prefer it, because it means they have to do less to earn their money. The screws can get away with anything they like, and we're the poor buggers have to pay for it.
Talk about justice being blind.
Blind? Around here, she's also deaf and dumb. What do you think you've got there? Stop right there.
Come and get me, you hard-faced bitch.
All right, well, what the...
One step closer and you'll be the hottest screw Wentworth's ever seen.
You're bluffing.
Just try me. One step and you're dead.
Give it up, Paul. You don't know how much trouble you're in already. You're ruining your chances of release.
You're missing my point. I don't want to be released. I'm safe in here. I've tried every way to get my sentence extended and you've all ignored me. Well, let's just see you ignore this.
Look, if you want to stay here that badly, I can fix it. Just put down those matches, and I'll go and write out the charges right now.
Oh, I don't believe you.
Why the hell would I lie?
Well, there's only one way to be sure.
Oh, don't come any closer to me, Hall. Warning you.
What's going on?
She tried to incinerate me.
Well, look, get out of that uniform. Go and get changed.
Oh, no. Not until I put her in
I
solitary.
can do that while you're changing. Now, go on.
This time you're going to get what you want. I promise you that, Hall.
Are you out of your mind?
It was the only way I could be sure of staying in here.
Oh, terrific. Can't you get it through your head? Being in here is not going to help you? If someone wants to get at you, it's just as easy to do it in here. The Warford woman proved that. Now, look, on the outside, you can change your name, your appearance. You can even go interstate if you're that scared.
I don't know how I'll square this with Vera, but I'll think of something.
No, don't.
Now, look, Kathy. You are leaving tomorrow. Now, get that through your head.
I can't, Terry.
Oh, look,
I just can't.
Pull yourself together and grow up, will you? You've got a whole lifetime in front of you. You're not going to spend it in jail. Look, you'll be all right on the outside, Kathy. Trust me.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Don't do it, Vera. Not yet, anyway.
Why not?
I think you need time to get yourself together.
I know it wasn't a very pleasant experience, but I'm not about to go to pieces just yet.
Tough as nails, aren't you?
You ought to know that that's not true. But this is my job, and I intend to do it well. Have you put Hall in solitary?
Not yet. I thought we ought to talk about it first.
How dare you countermand my orders? I have seniority over you.
I don't need you to remind me of that, Vera. But seniority doesn't make you God. You can't make a mistake, you know.
Mistake?
Yes, a mistake. I think we ought to drop the whole thing.
Think? Who do you think you are? A prisoner has tried to incinerate me, and all you can say is that I'm making a mistake?
All right, forget I mentioned it.
Oh, no, I won't forget it. I'm seeing things in you that I never realized before. I was a fool to ever trust you. It's quite obvious to me that you're just trying to protect her.
Did it ever occur to you I was trying to protect you?
Or is revenge more important than your career?
What do you mean?
You're good, Vera. Very good. You're cool, you're efficient. But you're hard. And you don't know how to bend. And the prisoners don't like you.
I'm not here to win popularity polls.
All right, fine. But if you go ahead with these charges, the whole thing's going to come out in the open. That's the second time in 2 days that you've been attacked by a prisoner. Your whole presence is potential violence. Not a very good record for a future governor, is it? Better please yourself. You usually do anyway. Go ahead, make your charges. I don't care anymore.
Welcome home, Elizabeth.
Oh, Sid, you must have worked like a navvy.
Why don't I make you a cup of tea? And you can have a look at all that stuff on the table and tell me what you want.
Wallpaper. Oh, I've always loved wallpaper. Makes the house look more like a home, don't you reckon? Sort of warmer.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of samples because I didn't know what colours you liked.
Oh, Sid, look at this one with all the little lavender flowers. Oh, I love lavender. Do you reckon we could have this one?
You can have anything you like.
Oh, God, don't say that, or everything in the house will be lavender.
Don't worry, Paige. You can get rid of that scared rabbit expression. I've talked it over with the girls and we decided to keep you covered over Hazel's file. So you can quit panicking.
I didn't really expect your help. I suppose I should be grateful.
Yes, I suppose you should. But don't worry. I've got plans for that cushy job of yours.
Plans?
That's right. You got Hazel's file out without any trouble at all. No reason why you can't get ours, too.
No, I told you it's impossible.
Now, look. We have every right to see those personal files. And if the authorities had any decency, they'd show them to us, but they won't. So, we have to get them any way we can. And that means you.
But the governor's put me in a position of trust. If I get caught, I'll be stuck in this awful place even longer. Look, I can't be. I won't.
Now, look here, I mean. Nobody, but nobody says can't or won't to me and walks out of this place on both legs. This is not a kindergarten. And I'm not in here for nicking someone's play lunch. Nor are the others. We don't like newcomers coming in here and bucking the system. Our system, not the screws. Now, others have tried it. But they have either been bashed, burnt, or bunked off. So you see, Miss Toffee-Nose, it'd be a whole lot better for your health if you did as you were told. Got the picture?
I don't know. I feel as though I got paint up to my armpits.
Yeah, it was good fun, though. I mean, it beats folding sheets for hours on end.
Yeah, hi. We wondered where you got to. I had to do it. I had to.
What'd you do, Cat? Take a sickie?
And then he locked me up in my cell. He's only just let me out. Who did? Terry.
Harrison? Why'd he do that?
I tried to kill her.
What's all this about, love?
I took the turps while you were painting, and I poured it all over her.
She for real?
Looks that way. Who did you pour it on? Miss Bennett, of course.
Crikey, Vera.
She thought I wouldn't do it. But I showed her. I did. 2 more steps and she'd have fried. Would have been all over in seconds. But he stopped me.
I don't like this, Jude. It's spooky.
Why did you want to kill Vera? They would have let me stay then. They don't throw murderers outside. If I go outside, I'm dead. I might as well have put that match to myself.
I don't think she's real well in the head, Jude. I think she should go to the hospital.
Poor kid. Why would she want to kill Vera?
I mean, risking a murder rap like that just so she can stay in here, that's freaky.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something that's freakier. Why would Vera let her get away with it?
What?
Why would a screw like Vera let someone try and kill them without doing something about it?
These are the release forms for tomorrow, Julie. Would you make sure they're in triplicate, please?
Mrs. Davidson,
Yes, Mr. Harrison.
is Hall's release amongst that lot?
Yes, of course. Surely you knew. I thought we discussed it.
Oh, I just wondered if there'd been a change of plan, that's all.
No. Should there have been?
No, of course not. Good, thanks, Mrs. Davidson.
Hello?
Trentner?
Yes.
Paul Trentner?
Who is this?
Never mind names. I've got a message I want you to pass on to a certain person.
Message? Who to?
You'll know who. Just tell him that Kathy Hall is being released from Wentworth tomorrow morning.
Kathy Hall. Tomorrow. Don't worry. He'll get the message.
Oh, Miss Bennett, please. Can you take me to the governor? I have to see her.
What's your problem, Paige?
I can't tell you. I mean, I'd rather tell the governor. Please.
It's about time you learned to respect authority, Paige. I'm not here as a lackey to run messages for you. You haven't a hope of seeing the governor unless you tell me why. Now.
It's B. Smith and those women in the laundry. I'm afraid one of them will try to kill me.
Is that all? I hear stories like that every day, Paige. Although I can't imagine why they'd be bothered with someone like you.
You don't understand. I took Hazel Kent's file from the office. I didn't want to, but they made me.
Give me credit for some brains, Paige. I'd work that out for myself. The governor might think you're above the average inmate. But as far as I'm concerned, you're just like Smith and a gang.
That's not true. I just want to be left alone to serve my sentence, but they won't let me. I'm not like them. I don't belong here.
You broke the law, didn't you? You're a criminal, just like the rest of them.
Oh, please, Miss Bennett, I'm begging you.
Oh, don't waste my time.
I hope this tastes all right. I used to be a regular Mrs. Beaton in my day, but I'm a bit out of practice. Oh, hot.
Ah, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm just no wreck.
Well, I'm no spring chook myself.
Yeah, but you're young inside, where it counts.
Oh, that's because I've got such a good friend. I want you to be happy too, Sid.
Well, I feel so helpless. I used to work 14 hours a day, up and down ladders.
And I used to dance the Charleston all night, believe it or not. But I can't anymore. So what's the difference? If things are different now, Sid, it doesn't mean they're worse.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'll adjust to it. Takes a bit of time.
Of course you will, love.
Anyway, I won't starve. Yeah, this is real good. Not like the stuff I used to cook for myself. Oh, it tasted like poison.
That's what a few shearers said about my cooking.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that, Elizabeth.
I can't forget about it, Sid. That's why I spent half my life inside for putting rat poison in shearer's stew.
Yes, but you didn't do it.
How do you know that?
Because I know you, and you're no murderess.
God, I wish you'd been on the bench at me trial. Well, I did put just a touch in. Just enough to make 'em sick. They was always whinging about me cooking, and I done me block. Anyway, that miserable bugger who hired us, he finished the job off with enough rat poison to wipe out half of Australia. They was all dead by morning, and he got away with it. And our money, too.
I don't know how you could live through all those years knowing that.
That's the trouble. I didn't know about it. Anyway, I met a lot of good mates inside. And if I hadn't been there, I wouldn't even have met you. So I reckon it's been worth it.
Don't know if I'm worth all that trouble, Elizabeth.
Well, you know what'll happen if you're not.
Rat poison in me stew.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher, please, you've got to help me.
Calm down, Paige.
I have to see the governor. It's urgent.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to wait. She's out of the building at the moment. You can see her when she gets back.
It'll be too late. They'll get me. I know they will.
For Pete's sake, Paige, you're not in danger from anybody.
But I am. Oh, please, Mr. Fletcher, don't let them get to me.
All right, go and wait in your cell. You'll be safe there till I get to the bottom of this.
Will you lock me in?
All right, if that's what you want, come on.
Well, what are we going to do, Bea?
Oh, blood if I know. I knew she was desperate to stay inside, but this is crazy. And the fact that Vera hasn't put her in solitary by now is even crazier.
I know, Vera's so bloody spiteful, she wouldn't let anyone get away with anything. Something real weird's going on, I reckon.
How long she been sitting like that?
Ages.
Come on, love. Snap out of it.
It's finished now. I can't do anything else.
Listen, Kathy, you're getting out tomorrow. If you go on like this, you just make yourself sick.
I'm as good as dead.
Oh, she's a cheerful little soul, isn't she?
Ah, the cream of the establishment all gathered together. Good, that makes this easier.
Something we can do for you, Mr. Fletcher.
Now, listen to me, all of you. I'm only going to say this once. Paige tells me that you've been threatening her life. All right, that's as far as it goes. Any trouble, and I'll have all of you on the mat. Is that clear, Smith?
About as clear as mud, Mr. Fletcher. In the first place, no one's threatened Paige, and if she says otherwise, she's off her rocker. Right, girls?
Yeah.
And in the second place, if she wasn't so far up herself, she would have figured out by now that we are just trying to be her friends, even if we aren't quite up to her standards.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Just remember, you've been warned.
Rotten little screw-sucking lag. I ought to smash her face in.
Do nothing. Now,
Will you just
cool
give her
it.
5 minutes?
Yeah, give you 5 minutes with her and you'll get 5 days in the pound. The screw's just waiting for us to make a move.
Yeah, well, she did ask for it.
Yeah, and she'll get it. But I'll decide where and when.
Oh, Kathy, this is it.
Please don't send me out.
Oh, come on. We've been through that before. Let's not go through it again. You're going to be all right on the outside. You'll be taken care of.
Promise?
Trust me. Oh, what do you know? The local cheer squad's come to see you off.
Yeah, we're just in time. You're off now, Kath.
Look after yourself, honey, and well, don't do anything I wouldn't do, you know.
Bea. No, come on, love. It'll be all right. Won't it, Mr. Harrison?
That's what I keep telling her. Come on.
God, she's mad.
Yeah, some people just don't know when they're well off.
Well, this is it. Good luck. Look, I keep telling you, you're going to be all right. There's nothing to worry about. I'm glad we had this chance to see each other, Kathy, and help put things in perspective. Look, for old time's sake, you take care of yourself, you hear? All right, off you go. Just one foot in front of the other. No looking back.
me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare